and welcome. This is Green Hell. This is going to be a basic tutorial guide and with lots of hints and tips. Some of them people might have not even known about, or they probably do but didn't place it. So yeah, you get started off. This is where you start right here. So let's get started and going because we have a limited amount of time because this is an actual playthrough right here. So you're going to come over here. We're going to have some rocks right here to pick up. There should be some big rocks here, but this was a load up. So since I loaded it up, all the rocks that were here are gone. So that sucks. We got a big one there, so here we go. Pick it up, drop it, and then harvest it. So we're going to be short on rocks because I, reloaded the game type of a deal. So we're out of it, but we had different spawns this time anyways. So let's go and check for a little bit more rocks because we need more than just what we got. We need a little bit more. And if we don't have it, we're going to be in trouble. Okay, so we're going to be in trouble here on the rock department. There's supposed to be lots of big rocks right here we can harvest to get going. But so let's get started anyways and go. So the first thing you're going to do is bring this sucker out. And we are going to need to harvest and make 2 stone blades. So we got 2 stone blades we're going to need to get started. And then the first, some of the first things you got to worry about is food and stuff like that. These are the banana trees right here. So, and then they'll have bananas randomly. So it's going to be randomly which tree is going to be. You might not get any, but if you do have some, usually just have 2. And then just, make sure you pick them and take them off. So we'll just get that out of the way. So let's go on there and make our weapons. So one of the first weapons that we're going to want to make is a nice spear. So, and of course we're going to make a nice wooden, nice stone spear. So that's why we had that extra one. Hey, we got some rocks over here. So yeah, whatever. We got enough rocks now. So that's good. Got some big rocks here. Yeah, get lots so we can toss them. A little bit extra doesn't hurt. So we got our sticks in right here. So let's pick up our small sticks because we'll leave these right here because we need some rope and we need to get these sticks. So we got the small sticks. Now we need some rope. We'll just bring the sticks to the rope. And the rope is on the trees up here. So we'll just come over here and then we'll just toss that stuff and get some rope. Come here. There you go. So we got our basic rope and that's what we need. So we're going to come over here to our weapons. I'm going to move this over to there for now. Bring out your crafting menu. Stick the spear on there. Stick the rock on there. And whatever, rock and the spear, and then we can craft our stone spear. And then while we're at it, we can use this stick here and we can craft and put a rope on there and make our bow. So now we got a spear and a bow for our weapons. Now we're going to want an axe. So to get that axe, we have the rope, but you always could use more rope. It doesn't hurt to grab a little bit more, and we're going to need lots of sticks and small sticks to make a fire. We're not going to want to do it here. So the major tip and trick that you want to learn to do is not get stuck doing stuff. Basically, you want to get to the drug lab right away, which is you got to get to the village right away, and you got to do the ceremony and get that stuff done. So to do that, just get the basic resources you need along the way. But we're going to come up here and make our axe because we've got the obsidian up there, and that axe will last a little bit longer than the rest. So we just take our stick and our rope. I think we need, and our obsidian. Yeah, there, I got it right. So now we got an obsidian axe. So now we got the axe going, and we can craft our fire thing at any time that we want. Now we need to look for bandage material and bird stuff. So we need to make some arrows, and gonna need some small sticks and stuff like that. But let's get going. So this plateau is pretty basic and simple to navigate. Come to the top up here and cross the bridge. And everything else is down there. So if you want some tips on fishing, if you really need some more fishing food and stuff like that, and you want to know how to do the fishing, we can do that. I think that rock just respawned right here. So you can check out the water here. It's pretty safe to come in here. Just hold the button down and then walk into the middle, about here somewhere, and then just wait because they'll pathfind around. You just got to wait until they come close enough to you. So here, that's close enough to you, and then you catch them, and you got one. And just wait for the next guy to come. Wherever they are, there's one over there. Don't miss them. There you go. Nice and easy to catch, and then you can just harvest them at your convenience. Depends, they waste space and stuff like that. You might want some fishbone hooks or there and stuff like that. But come down this pathway here, and we got lucky this time. This is a beehive right there. So stay far away from it and tuck a rock at it, basically. So get your rock and just chuck it at the beehive and then wait for a little bit for the bees to go away. Bees are going to be very important. The honey there is for one of the things you need for basically healing yourself with the bandages. So you're going to need to make a bandage out of that. And then that will be the bandage for infections type of thing. And so if you get infected wounds, you're going to want that in there. So let me get up here. And let's get out of here. So we don't want to waste any more time here. We got some honey, and now we need to get a band-aid. We need to get some birds. It's going to be dark soon because, you know, they do start us late in the day, and at the start of the day here. So we have to get going. So let's come up here, cross the bridge. We can't interact with anything else, by the way. So let's go across here. Try not to run as much as possible, but I'm doing it to get quickly. There's usually a rattlesnake around here somewhere. You can get extra meat if you want, but I would just ignore it for now. There's nothing really important over there. Usually we're looking for the yellow flowers, except for there's one right there. So yeah, he's there. So we got a little flower out there, and we're going to harvest this for bandages and stuff. So yeah, and stuff means we're actually going to harvest it for fiber too, in case we don't find a bird's nest. We got to get it out of the way. So we can take one, and we're going to harvest one to get some fiber to start fires with. And then the next one we're going to craft into some bandages. And then once we craft the bandages, we are going to go craft again, take a bandage out there, and get that honey. And we're going to craft that there so nothing goes bad or anything like that. It saves space type of a deal. So we got that good to go. And now just going to try and keep our eyes open for bird bodies and food and stuff as we go to the other cave, which is over here to our left. So after you come down through here, we're going to hang a left through the flower patch basically. Watch out for spiders and snakes and stuff like that. And the cave is past here because it's getting dark out there. As we walk through the jungle, there's our cave. Nope, not yet. Down here. Yeah, we got some stuff down there. We'll explore that later. So we got our cave right here. There's going to be a scorpion on the ground. Usually right at the doorway, there's always a scorpion. Yeah, he's right there again. Always a scorpion. Just kill it. We don't need anything else off of it. So just leave it alone. And there's the obsidian. So we got another piece of obsidian. It could be anywhere in this cave. There's usually one. There's some metal in here, but we don't need the metal. So we're just going to ignore that for now. And we don't need to make a pick and mine the metals because we're going to the place there. And there's some food right here. So good. So this place right here can have a beehive too. Any of these trees out there. And this is usually pretty good. This coconut tree spawns a lot too, I find. So you can find the coconut here too. But there's some wood resin. And if you have a tree like this, just make sure you take off the wood resin and stuff like that. And there's that snake spawn. You know, they spawn somewhere. Stay away. Uh-oh. I almost got killed by a spider. I heard the spider too. And I missed it. So just follow this place here and then come down to this little open area kind of thing. And then we can follow this gully right here. Now, we don't have to follow this gully. Let's not follow the gully. We were close to the left over there, so let's stay that way. And just go through the jungle here. So we'll come up here to this bigger rock right here. So we're over here at the cave. We're going to keep going in this direction here, which direction is this? No, mostly north. So yeah, mostly just go north from there. Yeah, we'll come across the river right here. And then you'll find this river basically anywhere you go. You'll find this river. Don't step on the stingrays. That would be a bad idea. But as soon as we come across this river here, we're going to cross it and follow this pathway here. So, actually, I don't think we need to follow this pathway here. Yeah, we follow this pathway. It's the other river, yeah. So, yeah, come here, follow the pathway. Look for dead birds. There can be lots around here. This is the big tree right here. It's like only one on the way here, and we can grab that. And the mushrooms are good for healing some other small minor diseases. But this tree is good for getting the Brazil nuts. So I just saw some nuts fall from this tree too. The other kind of nuts. So this one only drops 2. We can try and find it. There we go. Unknown nut always says that. It's getting late in the day. We want to hurry this up. And we should check out the outside of the tree here. There's some larvae there. We don't need. Check out the outside of the tree for nuts. What was that? There's a nut. What was that sound? So there is Brazil nuts here, and I must have just missed them. There we go. We're going to need one of these vines for our quest item. It could be any of those trees, those big vines, which was right there. And I think I just saw some more nuts drop off this tree over here. But anyways, we come across the big pigs over here, and you can see the village off to the left. But yeah, this place here, tons of pigs. Whatever you want to call them, these guys right here, they're not going to hurt you. Another healing flower I saw some stuff drop. These guys are harmless. You can just catch up to them and then harvest them for meat. Talk about easy. But anyways, we got to the village. We got some no birds. So we got no birds for our arrows. But you come to this village here, and then we are going to get ready to go. So we can just take this, open it up, take the map, read the read that stuff there.
What's left of it.
We can take the charcoal. We don't need it. And we're going to need to harvest one of these things right here. And we got some sticks. We're going to need some small sticks. So let's harvest a couple of these to make a fire. So let's go into the tips and some of the tips and tricks in here. So we don't have any coconuts yet. So the one thing I was looking for was coconuts the whole time, and I didn't see any from any of these coconut trees. They will eventually spawn one in there, but since we don't have one, we don't have to worry about it too much. Basically, the coconuts will fall down. There'll be 2 more in the tree. You can toss them out with rocks or arrows, type of thing. You hit them with your axe, and then you can drink the water out of them. Then you can harvest them for 2 sides, and you get 2 little bowls. And these bowls can be placed on top of the fires too. So you'll have a fire pit, and then you can place those bowls on there. You can fill them with water to boil the water, and by making a water canteen with the other one. They call them bidons, I guess. It's just a rope in one of those. And the tip here I want to show you is this here little meat rack right here. This little drying rack right here. So you can store all your different things to dry, like include for your meat and stuff like that. But what's important is you're going to be going into the rainy season right away when you get to the drug lab, which is their next stop. So once you get to the drug lab, you're going to have a drying rack like this. You build a fire nearby, or you build this nearby your fire, and it's going to be stuck in the rain. So leave it out in the rain, and then all your stuff won't dry. It'll just sit there in purgatory with the spoiling counter gone, basically. So if you take the meat off of here when it's not dried, it's going to be spoiled if you leave it on here for a long time. But that's the whole idea, is if you have your fire nearby and you go to this menu right here and you go to your backpack type deal, you can pick up stuff and move it around. So you can do the same thing with your fire. So you get your bowl ready in your fire. So pretend it's fire, and that's the bowl right there. And you got water in there, and it's stuck on your fire type thing. You grab your raw meat from here. You pull off your raw meat, and then you just walk over here and you place it into your bowl. You place that meat into the bowl right there, and then it will cook up, and then it won't be bad. It'll be good. Even though if you took the meat off of here, and it would be rotten as soon as you put it in your inventory. But if you move it from this inventory right here into your bowl, it's not going to be rotten. It'll cook up into the bowl, and then you can take the bowl off the fire and then drop it on the ground. And then that bowl will be sitting there cooked with the cooked meat. You can sip up and anytime you want, and it won't go bad. So you'll have like infinite storage as long as you have coconuts and stuff like that. So let's get this fire going because it's dark out, and we did get the bone knife that was here, did we? Yeah, there's the bone knife. So yeah, there's another one at the other camp right there. So we got that bone knife, and we are going to want to get this fire started over here. It's not too hard. It's a little bit dark now, but this is the storyline. We want to get to the actual real place to make a real base. So let's make this fire. Let's get this fire stuff going. Fire. Oh, no, I don't want a bamboo dryer. What are you smoking? Why are you over a bamboo dryer? How do I get access to a bamboo dryer right away? Fire. Down to the basics. Small fire. It's so annoying trying to deal with this stuff like that. There we go. Build it up. Got the fire going. We're going to need to go and craft ourselves a fire starter. Got to just get one of those and a piece of wood. A small piece of wood, sorry. A small piece of wood. Get yourself a hand drill. There we go. And then we've got to use the hand drill with our fiber.
Bitch!
Fire started. And there's our fire. So we need the other ingredient. The other ingredient is right here. And it's this little flower right here. So it's not really hard to find. There's lots of them all over the place too. But we get that right there. So once we have that ingredient and we got the vine from the tree, and there's another tree right there, the big one, that will have those other vines, which are, these things right here. And then that's all you need. And then we're good to go. You could be hurt and damaged if you screw up, get stung by a scorpion or a spider, or if you get bitten, or if you got attacked, or if you wasted your time. If you're almost dead, this is your lifesaver right here. Come here and do the quest, and then you'll be fully healed and everything like that. So you'll be fully healed, all your hunger and thirst will be maxed out again. So yeah, you don't have to worry about stuff, and we want to get to that good place to go. So unfortunately, I can't really skip. You can't skip this or fast forward it. Like, there's no fast forward button, which really sucks. I really hate that. So we're going to have to bear with us here and follow the pathway. So this is the pathway you have to go to get out of here. And this unlocks the doorway type
wait.
of thing with this bright light. Unlocks the doorway. But I got the most important tip out of the way right there that most people might not have known of actually taking the meat off of the drying rack while it's still like, you know, was rotten and stuck in the rain type of a deal because it's not drying, because it's not covered, type of thing, and using that as a storage for your meat. So you can store your meat for a long time, and then taking it off the fire and dropping it on the ground is another little cool thing there. So you don't have to worry about your food as much. Anything that you can cook. So that's the doorway that opens up after we do all this talking stuff, which sucks. Skip it. Can't see.
Hey, kid! Where are you?
Where are you? We have to walk slowly. Anyways, for the storyline, let's go through the other tips. In that menu there that we opened up, which you can't see, your crafting menu, you can store like everything you want on that crafting menu. Like, you can only carry one big rock in this game at a time, but if you find a place with lots of big rocks that's near your base, you can just put them all on top of the crafting thing, and with all the big logs and stuff like that too. So you can do that and store as much resources as you want on your crafting rock right there, basically, right? So then you can walk around with your crafting rock. You'll be encumbered and going very, very slowly, but at least you can have a whole bunch of resources on there and bring them to wherever your base is, and then you just drop them all there, and then you can mix and match and put them back where they need to go and all that kind of stuff. As a little tip for helping stuff out there, for carrying more rocks. You can carry more of the other things, but you can only carry like 3 logs. But you know, you kill a tree, you get 2 logs, and you kill 2 trees, you get 4. You don't want to make a couple trips, type of a deal. And then the long sticks don't go with it, so yeah, you'll save yourself some trips going slowly.
And we don't even realize it.
Mia.
Maybe it would have been better if I'd just died back then.
Mia.
I touched her. Yeah, I wish you could skip these stories. It's really bad when they don't do that. That's why I only gave this game a 4 out of 10 for stuff like this.
When the American colonization began, the conquistadores brought their diseases here with them. Many tribes were wiped out, and the rest moved even deeper into the jungle. Chief Kuini went on and on about whole generations of his ancestors being decimated.
Skip it.
Until they received a gift from the jungle.
Skip this, please. Thank you.
And me? Naively, I assured them.
Gotta get to the directions? Yeah, you can just, skip ahead. You can skip ahead to this part is done and I'm actually out of this stuff and running to the cave entrance type of a deal. It'll be nighttime still. Yeah.
They trusted us. Embraced us as their own.
That's good. One good thing is that you guys can skip forward. You don't have to watch this stuff.
Their secret with us. Dios mío. ¿Qué hemos hecho?
It doesn't help that you have another language in the other language. Like, I can't understand what you're saying.
I just wanna...
It's really annoying too. Like, why is your subtitles not in English when you're not talking in English? You could do vice versa. If I care.
Come in, please. I need you.
Mia? Wait! I'm here!
Sorry, you don't have any tampons for you. Blah, blah, blah. White screen.
Hello?
No, hello. Story is painful.
Please.
Okay, we are back in the village. We got everything important in
Without
here.
you.
We could ignore what they're saying, and we got to follow the
Is it
pathway.
really
So
you?
this was the pathway they went. You can harvest
safe?
all the stuff and take the campfire ash, charcoal if you want. You might want that later on, but who knows? It's just follow this pathway here, and this is the way we went in the video. You'll have more time to watch it yourself because, you play the game yourself because you have nothing else to do.
I was hoping you could tell me that.
You can pay
You
attention to where
called
you're
me in the
going.
middle of the night, and
And this pathway is
I ran
pretty
out to look
simple.
for you, and
Obvious
all I
places
remember
to
is
see.
running and falling.
We don't need to waste our time here.
You fell? That doesn't sound good. Okay.
And this is
take
the
it
place
easy.
that's opened up. So just come through here. You're in
you
a
know where you
canyon
are?
type deal. Just, make sure you keep this place to your left. Don't go to your right. Just,
I
stay to
have
your
no
left.
idea.
Can you give me some clue as to your whereabouts? A landmark or something?
We'll check out for coconuts. Oh, I don't want to reply.
Oh, the village. Recently, I found a tribal village.
I
It's
should've just
deserted, though.
ignored it.
Not sure why.
Should've just ignored it. Come to here.
Is it a large
Everything's
brown
plain,
village?
plain and simple. We get to
No,
this place right here. We're going to
rather
follow
small.
the river.
Just a
and,
few huts.
Don't get hit by the stingrays in the river type thing.
Carino,
Just going to
if
follow
it's
the
not
river
Plain Village, it could
for
be
a
anywhere.
while until we get to the waterfall.
We never
The
found
mini
all the
waterfall type
campsites.
thing. And we are going to make sure we don't get stuck
There has
by
to be another
wildlife.
way.
Check the coconut
Found a map.
trees for
It's
coconuts. 'cause
half burnt,
those are
but
nice.
there's a location marked on it.
I
Lend
don't
to
see
2.
nothing, but follow the
Not sure what it
river.
is.
There's another
you?
tree. Could have a beehive.
No, I don't think so.
I don't see
Can
any
you get
coconuts
there?
up there either.
Well, I will try.
Lots of coconut trees and no coconuts.
Tell me. Left me.
So the
Mia?
village should be straight
Come
ahead
again?
over here.
Breaking up.
But to make it a little bit
Without-
easier on yourself, we can go down this pathway. So you get to here. There's a nice big
Mia?
open pathway here.
Mia?
We'll take this pathway
Battery's dead.
and we'll just travel down here. How about that? Because this here place isn't hard to find. So we'll travel this pathway, and we'll come across the village eventually. I believe, yeah. This is the long way type thing. But we just follow this little thing right here, and then there it is. So yeah, it's just nice and simple. It's not too hard to find. It didn't take much time. We're on day 2 basically, and we are at the drug lord village type thing. And this is your water, and there's some birds right there. You can start killing off the birds. There's a nice little big trees over there for the nuts type thing. There's a big nut tree over there, and the beehive spawner is over there too. And we got these little birds right here. We can take a rock at them and chuck at a rock at that bird. There we go, got them. So we got that, and now we can start making a whole bunch of arrows because there's going to be a jaguar that's going to run through this camp, or maybe some natives that might come by. But we can take this and harvest them for arrows. And craft the arrows up. Do we have any more small sticks? Well, we got enough. We got enough. 2 arrows, and then get our 3 things in there. And here we go. I think there was an arrow on the ground here somewhere, but let's not worry about that. So we come into the camp here, and it's got some neat things in here. You got a wooden spoon, can't do anything with it. And then you have some basic resources. Some painkillers this time. That's nice. So that will help out with some things. You got some basic supplies in here. The best thing you're going to find in here is basically this big metal pot right here. This acts as 3 steps when you cook stuff. So when you cook stuff, you put water in it, and they'll boil the water, of course. That's how you get clean water from one of the ways. But you can put your meat in there too. So you put your meat in there, and then you'll be good for cooking. And that big pot right there will be a nice thing to have because they'll give you 3 steps out of there. So you can stick your fire and stick it in here because this place is sheltered. And then when you have your fire going and stuff like that, you can have this metal pot in here. So yeah, let's just reiterate that the tricks right there is when you have the pot outside, it'll collect rainwater. And then if you have your fire set up, you'll have 2 slots to put your fire on there. If you put a rock ring around it, you'll get more slots. But you stick that in there, and it has water. The boiler will boil. You can drink it, or you can cook your meat in there. So you just take that, you just drop some meat in there, and it'll cook up real fast. And then you can take the pot off the fire and drop it anywhere, and it'll be good to go. You can stick your drying rack nearby and leave your meat out in the rain for forever, as long as if it's going to be raining the whole time, you might as well just use it and then have the drying rack out there. It's going to dry, or it's going to end up being food for later on that you can just pick up. You just pick it off the drying rack, and then you stick it into the bowl. It's on the campfire, and then you cook it up, and then it'd be all good to go. And you have a nice good supply of stored meat and stuff like that, and you're good to go on that department. Let's see if I can hit this guy with a rock too. Maybe that rock will knock him off. Ooh, a little higher. I have to aim. Yeah, he fell off. Boom. Water collector. Yeah, there's a water collector right here too, so you can stick your half coconut shells and stuff like that. There's lots of coconut trees here also, so any of these ones here can spawn some coconuts. Can drop by. You just have to get lucky type of a deal with your coconuts. Other things to note in this village is okay, yeah, that trick right there. So yeah, let's get those big rocks right there. So yeah, take out your crafting thing right here, and then yeah, that's the example. You can click on your rock type of deal and click on a whole bunch of your other resources, anything you want. But if you fall like that, you'll lose it, so that sucks. So don't fall. But for an example, there's lots of metal here. This metal can be used to melt down and create your metal weapons and stuff like that when you build your forge. But you can stick anything you want on top of your crafting thing, and then when you get to where you want to be, you just drop it all, and then you have it all in one spot type of deal. You get the idea. Nice way to store stuff. And then in this place right here, there's another bone knife. You got some food. You can sleep on these mattresses safely because they're off the ground, and you got save right here, so you can save right there. You got everything, and then you got some little supplies in here in these bags. Well, that one didn't have supplies in it, but this one should have something in there. Yeah, it got some orange juice and stuff like that. And lots of wildlife running around. And hey, there's some coconuts. So now we got some coconuts. So someone's going to have coconuts around here. The one on the ground. Let's get my axe out. I wonder if I can do it with a knife. Let me do it with a knife. If I can actually hit it. It won't let me hit it. I hit it. Come on. Yeah, don't bother with a knife. There you go. We can take it and drink it, and cut it and harvest it, and eat it. And we got our half. Got our little bowl. Drop that out, collect rainwater, and use it to cook for cooking. So just get a whole bunch of these things, and then of course get them out of the tree, which is right there. So any way you want to get them out of the tree. More rocks, type of a thing. Well, I guess I don't need to aim it too much. There you go. And then we can make our Biden, or two, or whatever you want to do. And that's just easy craft. Not hard to figure out this one out there. It's just that and a rope, and we can craft our Bidens. I like to make two. Did it give you any water in there? No, no water. So you can drink it first before you make it, type of a thing. But yeah, we can have a fire going right away, boil some water, and we'll be good to go. And then there's a water collector right there. And I didn't even notice there's a fruit tree right here before. So yeah, that's handy. Nice fruit tree right there. And lots of little birds to kill and everything like that. So yeah, hopefully that got you started. Yeah, there's a stick right there. Okay. Got some nice little cool things in here. What was that? Candy bars. Yeah, so lots of neat little things to check out here. This is a good place to start off with a base. The natives will come around and walk around the outside. Just stay away from them. Unless there's just one you want to feel like killing them, type of a deal. But yeah, then you have a jaguar coming through here. So just make sure your bow is ready, type of a thing, and you're good to go with that. And that kind of thing. Nothing else really to tell you. I think that's all the basics that you need to know for the tips on this game. There's nothing else much to do for the tips. Just sit here and build away. And now you have a safe place to save it and sleep and all that kind of stuff, and lots of food and water. So you're good to go. Just go along and do this rest of the story and start off building your base. Type of a deal. So that's it. Hopefully this helps you out. And thanks for watching, and I'll see you later.